Between 1914 and 1918, 416,809 Australians enlisted in the army, the majority of which were sent overseas to fight and possibly die for their country in World War I. Seeing your friends die, getting mustard gassed, and having bombs drop meters away from you in a war you barely understand can destroy protective mental barriers in your brain. When Australian soldiers returned, many suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, or shell shock as they called it back then. Shell shock caused nightmares, thrashing, paranoia, bad responses to sudden or loud noises, spontaneous flashbacks, irritability, difficulties in relationships, sudden onset confusion, and in some very extreme cases, it could trigger psychosis or heart issues. This caused major problems because the majority of jobs available in the 1920s and 30s were rife with the kind of things that trigger shell shock attacks, such as barking dogs, loud crashes, sudden injuries to fellow workmen, the smell of chemicals burning, etc. For someone with post-traumatic stress disorder, holding down a job was very difficult, since there was every possibility you might snap and attack or even injure one of your colleagues. Adding this to the fact that these were men who were trained how to mercilessly kill people with guns, the likelihood of having major organized crime syndicates crop up started to climb as fast as the crime rate itself. This relates to the book Runner because there was now an overabundance of trained killers who couldn't keep down a job, right around the same time that Squizzy Taylor started looking for men with just those qualities to do his dirty work for him, and it is likely that he did use them for that exact purpose. Eventually, things died down and everyone got back to work, after about 30 years. Then came World War II, and the whole terrible process started once again.